Hello, everybody. Welcome to our first office hours of 2025. I am your host, Alberto Estevez from Crmble. And this time we wanted to start with importing, learning a little bit about the difference between importing contacts and deals, which is something that raises a lot of questions, especially when people are migrating from other platforms or just started using Crmble, which, by the way, if you are using Trello to manage your projects and you are looking for something lightweight, affordable, that can help you keep track of your deals, stay on top of your deals, and have this both things, project management and CRM stuff, under the same umbrella you love to use, in this case Trello, we highly recommend you keep an eye and check out Crmble. Crmble adds some nice CRM features on top of Trello so that you can manage your contact database, link contacts to cards. So we will have a look at all this in 1 second. So today, my setup is quite simple. I'm just using one monitor, so let's see how this turns out, as I was going to use 2 monitors to keep an eye on the chat and to be able to share the tabs of the browser on the other screen. So let's see how I will manage this. So hopefully you can hear me okay. If someone is in the chat and can drop a short message letting me know, that would be nice. Otherwise, everything looks good here on my end. So yeah, Happy New Year. Today is the 15th. Yeah, already half January went by. Yeah. So yeah, before we start, I always like to remind you about subscribing to our channel and hit the notification bell. This helps the algorithm and for our YouTube channel, but it keeps you updated as well whenever we drop something new, a tutorial video or live events like this one. We would love to have people jumping in live. It is true that we are not sending to so many people our newsletters informing about this, just just the ones that actually subscribe to our newsletter. So if you ever come across this video, subscribe to the channel. Next time we have a live event and you can jump in and live ask us something using the comments in the chat, and yeah, that is the idea. Although we always have like a main subject, which in this case will be importing. So we are going to start talking about preparing your Crmble fields, and I'm going to start sharing my Trello board. Hopefully you can see it. So here I have a Trello installation with just a few contacts, as you can see, some duplicate contacts. So this is something I will talk about a little bit later. But the main reason for starting here is because you have to know, and this is something many people ask, that you can customize Crmble to your needs. So Crmble comes pre-installed with a couple of database fields to shape your contact cards. So these are the core pre-installed by default contact fields, and these are the deal fields. So you can link contacts to deals, and each deal will have whatever fields you set up here. So before you actually start importing deals, it's a good idea to have a look add your deal details. So in this case, in this example, we have contact details. So each row that shows up here in our 10 sample deals spreadsheet shows you that we have contact details, first name, last name, company name, 2 phone numbers, 1 email address, the address, which we advise to combine the whole address in one single string so that you can have actually a link to Google Maps directly from your Crmble deal card. And then we have some extra fields. So we have source, where we made this potential deal. So let's say we went to visit different fairs and we have them divided here by different months of the year. So this can be anything, whatever makes sense in your case. Then we have a deal value, and then we have this field where we assign each deal to a different business area. Let's say we use south, west, east, north. Okay, so that is what we have. So before we go and import deals or contacts, it's a good idea to have a look at our Crmble installation and check and see if we actually have all the target database fields in place so that we can map the source data into Crmble. So as you can see, I have the source fields. I have the source field. I have the deal value. Deal values here. And I'm missing the business area. So because this looks like, it would be nice to have a drop-down type of fields to actually map those. So before we start importing and creating fields, I will show you another example where we just have contact details. And I'm going to start importing contacts first and show you the difference. So in Crmble, you have the contact section and the deal section. So if you go to contacts, let me quickly keep an eye here on the comments. Okay, we are all good. Okay, so here in the contact section, you have a view switcher at the top right corner. So here you can switch from table view to single contact view. And you have this import button that we are going to use to import our contacts. So before I can do that, it's a good idea, depending on where you have your database. In this case, I have this Google spreadsheet for my contacts. I'm going to export this into a CSV file. So for instance, here in Google spreadsheets, under the file menu, you can head over to download, and here you have different options. I'm going to go for the comma separated values, CSV. And typically it would be downloaded, as it happened this time, into my download folder. In this case, I'm using a Mac, but not very different to how it works in Windows. Nowadays, a lot of similarities between different operating systems. Okay, so now that I'm sure that it has been downloaded here into my download folder, I can head over to my Trello board again. So let's see if I can get rid of this annoying message here. Okay, so we are back. Let's have a look. Yeah, here's 10 sample contacts. Okay, perfect. So, so we are going to import contacts, and importing contacts, as you will see in a second, just means that we are going to add contacts to our database. It will not create physical cards, Trello cards, that we can start immediately working on. Just registries in our contact database. And this will let us later on, once we have the contacts imported, create deals one by one, manually or in bulk from the contact tables. I will show you how that works in a second. So when you click on import, you have this browse files. I'm going to head over to downloads, and I'm just going to pick my exported contacts database CSV file. I click on open. So when you import contacts, you have just the contact fields available that you had in place in the Crmble installation. So the same fields we saw in the settings and the contact field settings are the ones that show up here. And these represent the fields in Crmble. And by clicking on the arrows here on each of these fields, I will get a list of the different columns of my exported source file. So here I can start mapping those with my Crmble field. So I would map first name with name, then last name with surname, phone number 1, and here especially email address and phone field has the possibility to add multiple values. So if you have, like in my case, phone 1, phone 2, and you need to import both, we advise to use this plus button. That's why it's there for, to add multiple values. And here you can assign to each of those two placeholders a different tag. So let's say you typically use in your database the second phone number for the personal phone and the first one for the work phone. So there you go, you can tag it accordingly. So let's continue with email, which is normally the work email. Again, if you have two, you click on plus and you add another placeholder. You can also, let's map the company name. And last but not least, I think we have the address field. Okay, there we go. So that's it. That's all we have to do. Once it's mapped, we click on continue, and Crmble is going to show us, it's going to summarize, well, it's in fact 9 registries. It's 10 rows, including the header in my source file, but there are just 9 registries. So these are the ones we want to import them all. And all you have to do is click on import contacts. And Crmble is warning me about duplicates. I think these are the 3 duplicates we had at the start. After importing, Crmble always takes a look at duplicates. Duplicates will be recognized in Crmble by comparing email addresses. You can find duplicates by email addresses, or you can find them by phone number, and you can actually change the detection of the duplicate contacts by using this switcher inside the settings general tab. Okay, so going back to contacts, these are my newly imported contacts, and as you can see, no single card has been created on my board. The nice thing is that now, if I want to do this little by little, or one by one, for a better word, I can go straight into my board, and let's say I want to start creating a new deal for one of my fresh imported contacts. I just create a new card, and then I can click on pick contact, and here I have them, all the imported contact at hand. So let's say I want to import Josephine, so let's click on that. And for consistency reasons, now that I actually know the name of the main contact of this deal, I might want to use the opportunity to copy paste, and maybe I want to add the company as well. That depends totally up to you. You can leave it as is. So that is just a good practice to stay consistent with the naming of the cards and the name of the main contact. So there we go. I have the deal, so I can start adding details. So I had a conversation already. I can write down if I had a first interview or not. I can add the deal details. So as you see, there were no deal details attached because I just linked a contact and I created a fresh new deal. So there you go. When you import contacts, very fast, you populate your contact address book. And in fact, I'm going to open very quickly here my Crmble team area. I have installed Crmble just on one board, but let's say you can install Crmble on an unlimited number of boards that can be living in different Trello workspaces. All these boards will have access to this contact database. So that is a nice thing right there, and you can actually add multiple contacts to a deal. So that's another nice feature. So this is contact importing, and now we are going to jump over to our other example spreadsheet where we have a part, or next to the contact details, we have some deal details. In this case, the specific source, deal value, and business area. So in this case, as I said at the start of the video, it makes sense to have a look at our deal fields by heading over to settings and clicking on the deal fields tab. And here I realized that I don't have any field for my business area. So therefore I'm going to click on add new deal field in the top right corner. And I'm going to go, in this case, for the drop down field. And I'm going to call this business area. And I'm going to create let's say a blank value, just to be able to create the field. We need to just give one option to make this happen. But as you will see in a second, all the other options will be populated by using the source detail. So at the end of the import, you will see you will have these options available in your drop-down field inside of Crmble. So yeah, so I think we are good. We just created the field we needed. And now we can, instead of heading over to contacts, we will head over to deals. As you see in the deals, this is the deals table view, where we have links to our Trello cards, and we can apply all sorts of filters to filter our deals. And we can even shape or customize this table to our needs by choosing columns. So just a quick reminder, you have nice options to click on and to apply filters. At the top right corner, you have the import option. And as you'll see in a second, before I do that, let me quickly export to CSV my deals here. Again, I'm going to use comma separated values. So in this case, yeah, 10 sample deals created. Perfect. I don't know why I'm getting this. Okay. Cool, looking good. So go back to Trello, and then I can click on Browse Files. And this time I'm going to go for the deals. So in this case, the contacts, the deals I'm going to import, they will have in common the same details as the contact database. This might be the case. You might import deals in the future with contact details that you already have in your contact database. You will see after import that you will have the opportunity to clean this up and to merge them into one contact so that you don't have duplicates. So I'm going to click on open. In this case, as you see, we have more fields available because we have many more details that comprises a deal. And we also have the possibility to map details from our source file to the card name and to the card description. So we have this We have separated this in different areas. We have the card details, Trello card details, one lost contact fields, and deal fields. So let's start by adding first field, last field, and company name to the title of the cards. Because in this case, remember, we are not just populating our contact database. We are doing two things. We are populating our contact database, but we are creating deal cards, so Trello cards that we will turn into deals, because we are going to actually link contacts to those cards by importing and creating deals. So that's the main difference. In the card description, I will leave this empty for now. And in the contact details, as we did before, again, name with first name, last name with surname, phone with phone 1. Going to add a second placeholder for the personal phone, and here we are going to add phone 2. Email with the email address, company with the company name, address with address. And now I think we are finished. Yeah, we are ready with the contact details, so we can move over to the deal details. So here we have the deal value. That's one of the values we have in our source file. Then the source itself, where we made this deal or contact from, so that we can keep track of how our different deal generation channels are progressing. And now I'm going to use our newly created drop-down field to add the business area details. And once we are happy with the mapping, we click on continue. And then we have this next step, which lets us, in case we have in our source file a column that tells us to what list of our board, which normally or typically would represent the touch points of our workflow, where we want to get them imported. In this case, we don't have such details, so we can move on and leave this as is, empty. And now again, Crmble is going to show us a summary of what we are about to import. And if we are happy with what we see, we click on import deals. This case, it takes a little slightly longer because Crmble has to contact Trello to create every single card. And we get again this warning that we have some duplicates. We'll do that in a second. So now the difference is that we have actually created cards on our board. And as you see, there are all my newly just imported deals. But remember also that we imported the same contact database, and therefore we have duplicates. Thankfully, we have the duplicates manager in Crmble, and we can just check them all and ask Crmble to merge them. So we will merge them all into one contact, which will be then replaced in the different deals. So in a few clicks, we cleaned up our contact database, and we have our deal cards imported. Actually, if we click on those deals, we can use to check the Crmble details on the eye icon here using every row, or we can, let me see, why is this not working? Oh, so we have a problem there. Let's see if the card link works. Yeah, the card link works. So I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, so here we have, I think that was the deal I created manually. So let's click on one of the deals I just imported. Okay, this is the one I created manually, Josephine, and this, the third one, is one of the newly imported. So as you can see, we have in the source field the Fair June detail according to James Budd. As we see here, James Budd Fair June, 10,000 deal value, South Business Area. So this is exactly what has been imported into Crmble, and so on and so forth. So there you go. That's what we wanted to address again, because, well, although we have in our Crmble YouTube channel some videos that will walk you through in detail on how to do this, we wanted to address this again. As I said, it raises a lot of questions, especially when you are moving from another platform. So hopefully you found this. Well, by the way, if you want to explore our YouTube channel, I'm going to quickly open our channel here. 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, that's the. Okay, I think it's Crmble. Let's see if I can get here our URL. I think it's YouTube Crmble. No, it's not. Where is it? Okay, that's me. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, it's in the description below. Okay, yeah, you will find the link to the channel in the description below. There you have the Crmble Bytes short videos list, and you have other tutorials so that you can follow them at your own pace and learn how to do these things. If you have if you have questions, or if you get stuck, you can always click on our support channel. And I see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I missed this one. Yeah, if you have the possibility to export CSV with contacts, yeah, sure. From inside Crmble, you can export deals or contacts as many times as you want. So let's say you are here in contacts. You need to make sure that you are on the, sorry, let me very quickly, yeah, here. So you have to make sure that if you are in contacts, you switch over to the table view, and here you can select all your contacts. And on the actions button, you will find export contacts. And here you have the CSV export and Excel export options. The same goes for the deals table. We can't stress this enough. You can export information as many times as you want. And again, under the actions button, you have the export deals, CSV, and Excel export as well. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I think that wraps it up. The whole import tutorial of today. And yeah, hopefully more people will join next time. We want to keep these sessions under 1 hour, so we spend almost, what do we have here? Yeah, 31 minutes. Not bad. So hopefully it was of help. And again, if you watch this video later, get subscribed and jump in next time. Hit the notification bell and stay tuned. It will help us grow our YouTube channel. Okay, so see you next week. And if you have any suggestion about something you want us to address specifically in Crmble, let us know. Hit us on the support chat in Crmble, and we take good note of any suggestions you may want to send us. Okay, have a nice day. See you next week. Bye-bye.